Hey guys, it's Melanie from melaniekayham.com. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we're gonna do these adorable little macrame wall hangings. Super cute, super quick, don't take a lot of materials. I'll have all the links down below, of course, the blog post with the written instructions and where you can find these materials. They're not hard to find. You can get them on Amazon or at your local craft store. So let's jump right in. I'm gonna show you how to make it. All right, in this video, we are gonna make this little mini wall hanging. In order to get on the driftwood, I'm gonna show you how to do the 8th strand. So there are 8 strands total for this little wall hanging. And you're gonna put your cord in half. Here's our loop at the halfway point. And then we'll bring the loop around the back of our piece. And then put those 2 strands in there. Pull them through, and then we can pull through and tighten it down. This is called a lark's head knot, and that is the basis for a lot of macrame to get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is, if you see along the top of this one, these are square knots. So in order to make a square knot, we need to use 4 strands. So we're going to start off by taking the 4 strands. We'll do the left one first. And in order to make a square knot, you want to take the right cord, loop it around, and place it in front of those 2 middle strands of the set of 4. Then you'll take the left cord, bring it in front of that cord on the right. Kind of looks like a 4. And then that left cord will bring it around the back through that loop. And we'll pull it up to the top and tighten it. So that's just half of the knot. We have to finish it up and do the same thing on the left side. So with the left cord, we'll make a loop, place it in front of those 2 center cords. I like to place my thumb there. And then we take the right cord and place it in front, like so. And then we take that right cord and bring it around the back through that little loop that we made, and then bring it up to the top. And that is a square knot. This is a really common knot in macrame. So we did the first left set of 4, and now we need to do the next set of 4. So just ignore those, and we're going to do the same exact thing with this set of 4. So again, right cord, make a loop. It goes in front of those 2 center cords. Left cord goes in front. Bring it around back through the loop, bring it up to tighten. Left cord, make a little, kind of like an L shape. It looks like a 4 kind of. Right cord goes in front, bring it around the back through the loop, and then tighten. So that is the square knot. And it looks a little bit different if you start from the right or from the left cord first. So just for ease, we're going to always start with the right and just make sure that it looks nice and uniform. I'm going to do the next 2 a little bit quicker. For this last set of 4, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And if something ever looks strange to you, you can always undo it and try it again. It's a very forgiving project. Okay, so now that we've done our 4 square knots across the top, you can see in my little sample piece here, we have 4 across the top, and then we have 3, and then we leave the 2 on the sides open. So we're gonna do the same thing, but take these left 2 cords and just set those on the side. We don't need to use them. So we're going to make our square knot with these set of 4, the exact same thing that we did before. So I'm going to go nice and quick. And so then you see how it brings that knot down in the center of the first 2. And then we'll do the same thing. So ignore those 4 that we were just working with. We're going to work with the next 4. And you'll know it's right if it's right in between the center square knots. And then our last 4. So the right 2 cords we are not using, so you can set those aside. And then we'll be using the 4 next to that. So we did the top 4, the next 3, and then we're going to do 2. So the left 4 strands and the right 4 strands, we will just leave those set aside, and we'll do the same kind of square knot that we did before. And don't be afraid to make adjustments. If something looks kind of funny, you really can manipulate the cording and those knots with your fingers to make sure that it looks just right. So now we're going to do the last square knot right here in the center. So we need the center 4 cords. So you can see how we have a little diagonal shape and it's coming together already. So here's the sample. These lines that are going to come down here, that's called our half hitch knot. So we're going to take the right cord and bring those down, and then we've got another little square knot here in the center. So the way that we do that is we take our outer cord and we're going to do from right to left first, and this is going to be what's called our lead cord. And the lead cord is everything, all the other cords are going to be happening around the lead cord. So the lead cord's actually inside here, kind of making it take that shape. So you'll take your lead cord and then take the cord right next to it. So it's neighbor, and you'll bring the neighbor cord underneath the lead cord, around and through the loop that it creates. And each time you do that, you've got to do 2 per cord. So there's 1, then the same thing, bring it underneath and around. And that second knot is what's going to lock it into place. And this lead cord is what's going to give you that nice diagonal line. So really keeping that in place and kind of using that as your direction to keep your line going along where those knots are. So you can see when you hold the lead cord with your left hand, your right hand has the cord going around it. That is really helpful when you aren't quite seeing the knots. Hold that lead cord straight and bring the other cord around it. So 2 per cord, and we're going to go down to the center. And that first little half hitch, the first time you go around, it's not locked into place yet, so you still have a chance to sort of manipulate that with your fingers if you need to before it locks into place. So we've got 2 more, and then we'll go from the left side. Go all the way down to the center. Now this sometimes can be a little tricky when you've switched directions and you then go from the left side. It seems as though one side is a little easier to get the hang of. For me it was the right side. Going then the left side was a little bit tricky for me, but I've got a little trick for you guys so you can do that really easily. So we're going to ignore the lead cord that we were already using, and these other cords that we were using, just leave those to the side. We don't need those as we come down the left side. So again, our outer cord will be our lead cord, and we want to try to keep it a similar angle as the one over here. So just like before, I'm going to be holding the lead cord with my right hand this time and kind of keeping that angle in line. And then all the other cords need to happen around the lead cord, which is really going to be helpful if you get confused. So we're going to bring the neighbor cord, the one right next to the lead cord. We're going to bring it underneath the lead cord and then around it. So hold that lead cord nice and straight and then pull that cord up. And again, you can manipulate that first knot and really make sure it's in the right spot. This cord is really easy to work with. and then we'll do the exact same thing. So hold that lead cord in the kind of the right angle that it should be at. Bring the neighbor cord underneath it, and then around it. So everything is happening around your lead cord. And then remember 2 knots per cord. So I'm going to go a little bit faster as I finish up this side. All right, here we are, the last one. All right, so there we go. That's our first little pass. That wasn't so bad, right? So now we get to do another one. So I'm going to speed through this really quick, but basically you're just now going to take the outer cord, and now this is going to become your lead cords coming down, and then you'll use all of the cords to go around it, just like we did before. So I'm going to speed it through it in the footage, that way we can get to the end, and when I finish, I will then show you what to do. Okay, I went ahead and did this left side, but I wanted to show you again on this right side before you get to the end. Here's our lead cord. And once you get down to the end, we're gonna leave this lead cord alone. Okay, so there'll be 4 lead cords at the end here in the middle. So once you get done doing this part, then we're just gonna leave that lead cord by itself. Because then once you finish both of those rows, so as you were coming down this right side, finish here, and then start again going down on this side. So once you're done doing that, so you can pause here and do that if you need to. Now what we're gonna do is take these 4 lead cords here in the middle, and we're gonna do a square knot, just like we did up here. And you can kind of take your thumb and sort of press that up, make sure that it's looking good. All right, now we get to do our little fringe. You're gonna have plenty of cords so you can make the fringe as long as you like. So what I'm gonna do is take these 2 center cords and thread those into my yarn needle. You might have to do one at a time. Yeah, it's gonna be too much to send through, so you'll do one at a time. Okay, and we'll put that up to the top there. And so then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these same 4 strands that we were working with and do another square knot underneath there. Cut it however you think, maybe about here. And then I want you to split your cord to make your fringe. Separate those strands. If you have a clean comb on hand, a comb works nicely too, but the yarn needle is great also. Kind of get those strands separated. And I'm just going to try to mimic like that, and then straighten it out and make any adjustments. And the nice thing about these is they can be very organic and very natural feeling. So there we go, our adorable little mini macrame. What'd you guys think? Not too bad, right? Be sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.